Hello everyone, welcome back to my art corner. My name is Kathy. Today, we'll be working on tutorial part 4, which will focus on using my new micro pens. The brand is Chatoon Micro Pen Line, not sure how to pronounce the name. I will leave the info in the description. I just received them from Amazon, so I'm excited to try them out. They are archival ink, waterproof, and fade-proof, which is what you want for your watercolor art. I will be demonstrating a couple of inking techniques you can use for your watercolor painting. Stay tuned for the pro tip, which will include a variety of ink hatching techniques and exercises. I am going to ink in the cosmos and chamomile flowers with a couple of fat bumblebees. It goes without saying, you have to have bumblebees with flowers. These images are from the workbook by Sarah Simon, Flowers, Feathers, and Animal Friends. I have traced the flowers and bees on smooth watercolor paper, using this type of mechanical pencil with fine HB lead. I don't know the product name. I bought this a few years ago, but it came in a nice container with extra pens, lead, and white erasers. Don't use the small erasers on the pencils to erase on watercolor paper. It will leave a smear. Only use the large white erasers. I know, I've tried. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to be using the finest pen. It's labeled 005. I will be doing what's called lost and found lines, which is, instead of making a continuous line, you just skip the lines. Then very small hatched lines to indicate fuzz on the bee's body. I'm starting with the bee, and then we'll move on to the chamomile flowers. I noticed here that by placing my hand on the paper, it smudged the pencil lines. So, I'll use a paper towel under my hand. I ordered some lightweight fingerless gloves so that won't happen again. I have noticed with these pens, you need to use very light pressure. I do like the way the ink flows onto the paper. Next, moving on and adding ink to the cosmos flowers, the other bumblebee. I love this little bumblebee sitting on the flower petal. I think it's going to look super cute. Alright, I'm finished inking over the pencil lines. I'll be using my white eraser to erase the pencil lines and the smudges. As you can see, some of the ink lines are very light. You can always go back and darken them up. When you are finished erasing, use a paper towel to brush off the eraser crumbs. If you use your hand, you run the risk of putting smudges on the paper, like what has happened to me before. Here, I'm darkening up some of the ink lines. You can also add ink to your finished watercolor painting once it's dry, for highlights and texture. Sometimes, you don't know what might enhance the painting until you're done. I'm finished with adding the ink to my drawing. Now, for completing the painting with watercolor, that will be on another video. So, you might want to subscribe so you don't miss the second part of this tutorial. Now, as promised, the pro tip. I have put together the different types of ink hatching techniques. You can download this from my Dropbox for free. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Please, help me out. Like and subscribe. That would be great. I'll see you next time. Happy painting!